First question is from Chris. Hi, Chris. Hello again to you too. Once treatment for Lyme is began, how rapidly on average do CD57 results increase? Does a slow increase indicate anything about the treatment protocol? Okay. So everyone, a CD57 is a type of white blood cell that can be on the low side when you have chronic Lyme disease. There may be some other things that cause it to also be low or cause it to be on the lower side. So when a CD57 count is low, it can be a suggestion of active Lyme, but it doesn't prove that Lyme disease is actually a cause of that low CD57. So CD57, if it is under 150, is what most of us consider to be low. Now the labs will report it as being low if it's under 60, but we say 150, okay? And again, this is a specific type of white blood cell. Now, when a CD57 test was developed, it was thought that we could go ahead and follow the level during the course of a person's treatment, and that if the level was actually improving, it would suggest that the treatment we were doing was the correct treatment, okay? Well, it doesn't look that way now. There have been 2 studies done that were not published but were presented at the International Lyme Associated Diseases Society meeting. And these studies both showed that what will happen with the CD57 is that during treatment, it's going to tend to stay pretty flat. And then towards the end, when you're feeling really well, then it will skyrocket up. If it's going to skyrocket up, okay? Because many people, when we treat their Lyme, the CD57 does not increase at the end. There are no studies that say when the CD57 does not increase at the end, does that mean people are going to have a poor outcome? Are these the people that tend to relapse in their chronic Lyme more than others? We don't know. There's no studies that say either way, okay? The other thing about the CD57 is, even though I said it stays down here, actually what happens is it can go up and down, kind of like a sinus wave, and then at the end it will skyrocket up if it's going to go up. So what this all means is, I don't find it to be a useful test to do to follow the course of a person's treatment. And given that at the end of treatment, you really cannot tell by looking at it if the person is going to be one that does relapse or not relapse, I don't even test them at the end of treatment because I don't think it gives us any true prediction, okay? The only time I really recommend doing a CD57 is if I've got a person that I'm still not clear if they have Lyme disease and I'm looking for one more piece of evidence, okay? These would be people, for instance, that don't have a Western blot that's positive. So Western blot being one of the main ways we look to see if you have Lyme. People that have Lyme will only have a Western blot that's positive about, probably about 80% of the time, 20% of the time they won't. So if I'm looking for another laboratory clue, not a confirmation, but a clue, somebody that has a low CD57 is a clue that they might have Lyme. But again, something else can cause that CD57 to be low, okay? So I'm not a big believer in using CD57s. I know a number of my colleagues do, but I look at test. When I do a test, I look to see, is it something that's going to change what I'm going to do? And does it give us any real prediction about what's going to happen with this person? And what I can tell you on both of those questions, the answer is no. So I don't recommend doing them. And again, about the only time I do them anymore is if I've got a person that I'm looking for another clue to see if they might have Lyme disease. All right. Chris, thank you for that question. Good luck to you.